Hello and welcome to new arrivals. Let's start with these Knipex pliers. The cleanup of these will be inserted after this, and if you want to skip the cleanup, you can. There will be timestamps also for going directly to the continuation of the new arrivals. So we can start with these bent needle nose ones, 200mm. The handles didn't clean up perfectly. There is some scratches with dirt remaining, but the jaws are in decent condition and no damage to the cutters that I can see. So still a nice pair. Probably could get these shiny if I wanted to, but I'm happy with this level of clean. The same with these US style, German style strippers. These handles cleaned up generally better, but they have some discoloration that I couldn't get rid of here and around the top and a bit there. But other than that, they're still sharp, it seems, and the stop screw is still here. So overall, good find, I think. And then we have these needle nose with cutters again. Good shape, except for this chrome loss, unfortunately. But the handles are still intact. There shouldn't be any damage to the insulative properties of these. 160mm. And then these 03 combination pliers. Probably a bit older with the West Germany mark. And again, decent jaws, I think. Not stripped out, the no cutter damage. And these, I would guess, custom dipped handles, yellow. I haven't seen yellow dipped Knipex before, so I think they're custom. But still neat. Looks good. And then we have these circlip pliers. J11 size, so J1 size in bent nose. And again, decent condition on the jaws. And overall decent condition. Could take these to the wire wheel and clean them up a bit more perhaps, but I'm actually happy with this for now. So let's try to clean up these Knipex pliers. Let's see what some WD-40 and the manual brush can do for the handles. And welcome back after the cleanup montage. So we can continue with some more pliers, I think. And we have, as usual, even more frog leg Berg pliers. Again, decent pair. of the long ones, the 200mm 8-inch, and also a 6-inch pair in not at all as good condition. These got the bath in the evaporust that cleaned them up, but they're severely pitted, and I think I can't even read the year anymore. Perhaps 47, I would guess. Yeah, I think 47. And what were these? 62. 62-1, so the first half of 1962. And we have these water pump pliers of the 632 variety. Yeah, again, Berg. And these are from 57. There's really nothing special really about these. 4 sizes. No, 5 sizes. And not the best. I generally don't like slip joint style water pump pliers. I see no reason to use them anymore. And well, perhaps we should go to the new item. We have the limited edition Wera Sweden set that I, of course, had to get, even though I don't really collect Wera. Well, I do, I guess, but I say I don't. I think these were a great deal, like very many drivers for the price, and you get Philips #1 and Philips #2, Posi drive #1 and #2, Torx 25 and 20, and 4mm slotted, plus the bottle opener. So it's really a great all-round kit if you just want screwdrivers. For European, this covers really most what you need. And when I bought some new Wera, I also bought some hollow ground slotted screwdrivers, because yeah, when I use slotted screwdrivers they tend to get used, so to say. They wear out. So some quality bits and with the hollow ground should probably last longer than the common ones. So that was a good deal, actually, I think. And nothing really to say more about them than that. It's just the colors that's special in the set. Other than that, they're the regular Wera drivers with the top markings and the laser tips. So some adjustable wrenches. We have this Bahco 81 that I didn't bought specifically. It came with, I have perhaps shown this in a previous video, because this one came with something that I showed in the previous video. But this is it after evaporust. We can see how pitted it is. It's really badly pitted. But still I cleaned it up, because that's what I do. And this Bahco 74. So this is an older one. 15-inch adjustable wrench. Works really good. And not much wear to the jaws at all. Really good condition. It cost more than I would regularly pay for one of these, but because of the condition I think it's worth it. And this is something a bit more rare. Footprint, England. Adjustable wrench. Very simple design, but still quite advanced forging for this wrapping part. So it's kind of like auto style, but as I said, a really simple design. But it's really neat, and it's my first, if I remember correctly, my first Footprint items. And Footprint is still around. They still make, I don't know if they make this pattern, but they still make like chisels and wrenches and such in England. And speaking of English tools, we can continue with that. We have this super tiny wrench set. Terrace spanners. So I should perhaps call it a spanner set since it's English. And a feeler gauge and a small slotted screwdriver included. And I googled, and these were called magneto wrenches from what I could find. So it's for servicing magnetos and perhaps points and such also, I'm not sure. But seems mainly advertised for motorcycles, because that's where magnetos were around for the longest time, I guess. Neat set. They have some sort of size numbers on them, but I don't know what these numbers correspond to. And we have a ratchet. Oh, we could also continue with the British stuff. I almost forgot this one. So it's a Britool socket set with a ratchet. It's a 5-point socket, an extension, a drive, and 7 sockets. And these sockets are kind of interesting, I think, because they're marked in across flat sizes, but also metric. So that's 22.5 millimeter or 7/8. And if we check it, one of the other ones, we have 17.5 millimeters or 11/16. So it seems that the imperial sizes are the ones that have been like decided what to include, but they still print the metric size on them. That's smart, I think. The set is not in the greatest nick. Many of the sockets have been modified. This one is even cracked. These 19mm ones have some material taken off. And both the ratchet and the long extension show signs of heavy use, to say the least. But the drive ends are still in good nick. And the thing with the ratchet, has some heavily damaged teeth. But I have another, just a ratchet. I shown a couple of videos ago, I would say. I can't find it. There it is. Oh, I have put it close just to. And the other one is in much better condition. Basically, I'm not going to say unused, but unworn. So I will keep that with the set instead, I think. And this worn one will have to go in some sort of box of shame. But as I said, it's still a neat set, even though it's not perfect. And then we can continue on with the ratchets. This one was new, but bought at the flea market, still in packaging. Tengtools, 1/4-inch ratchet. These, I'm not overly fond of these composite style ratchets, but they're light and much stronger than you think often. But this one is mainly for the 1/4-inch ratchet collection. And what do we have then? We have some screwdrivers. Galo, Norwegian. Stubby, slotted. Not in perfect condition, but still. It's a stubby. And this green Wera, older one, with the translucent handle. Phillips number 1 in, I'd say, usable condition. Not that I'm gonna use it, but yeah, no major damage. But some scratches and wear. And also this Bahco, all still really sharp, but might have been reground. Swedish made, green translucent handle. I think I already have one of these, but in worse condition. So, and lastly, this insulated Peugeot slotted screwdriver. Again, not perfect condition, somewhere here and in the insulation, but still good enough that I want to add it to the collection. And not that much more. Round file, Öberg, Swedish made, older one, still in good condition. And 2 turning steels, high-speed steel blanks. Well, one is blank, another one has one grounded end. But yeah, really cheap to buy these used at flea markets instead of new. Paid like $1 each. So, and lastly, my custom tool. I showed this off in the stories recently. And this is then a custom Rowan handle on a Ghidorah 150mm extension. So I turned the wood blank and drilled out for the insert and then epoxied it in. Unfortunately, you can't see the Ghidorah branding anymore, but I will insert a clip of the pieces still separate. So this is the original Ghidorah extension. Notice that there is no Germany marking on it. I don't know what that's about, but this is at least the components before epoxying in. This is not the best Rowan piece I have, but it's the one I chose to use now since I wasn't sure if it would turn out good. But I will probably make a couple of more of these. It's a really fun project. And that was the new arrivals. Thanks for watching.